So was it a good idea to become the Bachelorette? Just the headline here? Was it worth it?
I think it was a good idea. I think it was definitely worth it.
Any hesitation before you decided to sign on to do it?
I thought there was no way it was going to be me. I mean,
Right.
I was a very polarizing figure.
Yeah, we heard.
For one season. So I was like, there is no way this is actually happening. I did not believe anybody. Like when they were like, we want to talk to you about being the Bachelorette. No way, no way. So it was a shock, but I feel like because it did line up, it was supposed to be. So I was like, all right,
it was all meant to be.
It was all worth it. Yeah.
So she's from Alabama. And she's Roll Tide. There's War Eagle, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I've heard
right?
about that.
She's Roll Tide. The one that I caught in the quad was War Eagle. I had my girlfriend, when I was in high school as a senior, she was a freshman at War Eagle at Auburn. And I drove up and I saw her in the quad with another guy and I went back to Atlanta.
Well, there was your sign.
Yeah, it's a sad story. So we were talking about the first impressions a little bit when I saw her on the talk show.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to me to see what the guys do. Do you, in your head, roll your eyes sometimes at what they're doing, even though you don't to us on camera? Because some of it's kind of cheesy, right?
Yeah, you have
it's
to.
really cheesy. And yes, I totally do. I'm like, what is this Joker doing right now?
But you don't really say that.
But I don't say that because that first night is so intimidating, so scary. They don't know what the heck they're in for.
Right.
And so I'm just trying to be really encouraging because they're mostly like, hi, my name
They're nervous?
is...
Are they nervous?
I'm like, what is your name? Oh, absolutely. So nervous.
I'm glad to hear that those guys are nervous. Makes me happier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Terrified, which I kind of like it that way.
And what are the things... when you do see these guys, do you have your phone? Can you troll them on Instagram?
No trolling.
You can't.
I just have to go with
what you see. You can't go check out their past.
And I don't even
stuff.
know what's going on in the house. It's just
man.
my interactions with them.
How long does a whole first impression take? Like them coming out of the
Oh my
limo?
gosh. Forever.
Like hours?
Like I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know what time we start, but I mean multiple hours.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, because they're coming out first night and it's fully sun out.
I think we start at 9 or 8 or 9. Maybe I'm making that up. Sometime around there.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't finish till like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. It's an all-nighter with all the guys the first night.
Yeah.
They cut right to it. Now, Tanya, you were telling me that you actually connected with her at one point and you got a little emotional.
Oh my God.
I did.
Hey, sister.
Hey, girl.
I feel like we're friends.
I feel like we're friends too.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you because I think the last season that you were in, you were very polarizing because you weren't like gunning for the Bachelorette, which I found very refreshing, and I'm very happy that you got that role. But then when the premiere was like airing and you were talking about how you like always kind of had this feeling of like, and obviously you're stunning and you're beautiful and you're Miss Alabama and all these things, but you have this thing in your heart that you feel like you don't deserve things and you don't feel good enough. And like it struck a chord with me and I literally started sobbing during the premiere. I was like, this is so weird, but I'm so happy that you have it and that you're just you. And like, I'm just so like team Hannah B, and I'm just really like excited for this season for you. And I really hope that it ends well for you.
Thank you.
Because I really, really want you to believe in yourself that you do deserve it.
So
Thank you.
How'd you discover your self-worth? Everybody's got to know their value. How'd you discover yours?
It's been a battle for me. I feel like a lot of times I thought my self-worth was validated through recognition of things that accolades that I won and received. And then when that starts going away, or it's not what you think it's going to be, it's where do you end up? And I kind of ended up being like, I don't know who I am and what I want to be and like what makes me me. And that's a scary place to be. But ultimately, when you kind of hit rock bottom in that way, you really have to lean on what makes you and try to understand that. For me, it was like my faith and realizing like how I was made and that it's okay that I don't fit this mold that I kept trying so hard to fit because I thought people could understand that easier. But to be completely myself, and that is good.
Well, one of the things that people really wonder when they watch you or any of the past Bachelorettes is, what do you guys do with all the extra food on those dates? And so let's come back and get the answer. Let's come back after this because I actually sit there and go, really? That looked amazing. Who gets the rest of it? Hang on.
Very important question.
So the Bachelorette, Hannah Brown is here tonight, 8/7 Central ABC. I put a lot of thought in my first impression, which I told Sisney and Tanya and Patty about, and that was just to have the first date during the first impression with the picnic basket and the blanket and the Barry White music and my dog and a 4-onion pizza, and I didn't feel like you were vibing.
Yeah, because I know that would never actually be able to happen. Because
Why not?
Because Ryan, it is completely soaking wet in the front
I
of the
don't mind.
mansion.
The elements don't affect me.
They affect me.
I'd give you a lawn chair then. I'd sit down on the blanket.
Okay, and also it's like you only get about 30 seconds.
No,
And
but
I
then
don't
let me
I
tell you
think
something.
even
If
just
I
putting the blanket
I-
down
30
would be
seconds to
30
Ryan is like 3 minutes.
I can get things done in 30 seconds.
you
See, I have a very busy day. I can jam it all in.
I've noticed. I'm kind of living your
Yeah,
day
you're
with
living
you.
my day, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if I wait in line for 6 hours while that one limo goes around and around and around to put us all in there, they need to wait. Like, we
understand.
need more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the onions were so that you would not think I was going to try and kiss you. That was like intentionally to say we're not going to get that close.
But what if I really wanted to get that?
You have to
close
wait.
you?
Oh.
Oh.
You have to wait. There's a long series. It's a long series.
Okay,
You know? You have to
I
wait.
respect that. I
have
kind of
to
like
wait.
that.
And then
a
I also
little.
thought that the other guys would have to smell your onion breath, and that
they would be like,
not so into
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
borderline sabotage, but
It's
not
It
really.
was actually full sabotage. All right, let's some
Smart.
questions that have come up, and some of our team put this together, some of your fans put this together, and these are like some set secrets, some questions about how it all goes together. Do you get any say for the 30 men that you pick for your season? Is there any say?
no.
It's all surprise.
But they also, the people on the show love me and know everything about me. So I think that comes into play of like.
so
who's
they
gonna be
know
on the
who
show.
they're.
So you
they
feel
try
pretty
to cast,
comfortable.
Yeah, I feel comfortable. The first night's hard because you're having like 2-minute conversations with people and they're like, I don't know who this guy is.
But at least you're talking, because normally it's texting, right, Tubbs?
Yeah.
Our engineer's a big texter. So what about your parents? Can you talk to them while you're filming?
No,
Oh, they must not love that.
they don't, but
They
it's
don't.
okay with me.
How long is the whole season of
I love my
filming?
parents. How many?
Months?
2.5 months.
2.5
-ish,
months.
What about all right, the food on the dates that y'all don't eat?
Yes.
Where does that go? Who gets it?
Well, I always stick my finger in it to see if it's cold. I'm like, cold.
It's always cold, I'm sure.
Sometimes there was one time I stuck my finger on the plate and it was warm, and I was like, I could eat this one, but they wouldn't let me.
They wouldn't let you eat. Does Chris Harrison take it all home?
I bet he does.
I think he does too.
It's really good food. It's probably better than what we're actually ever
Right.
eating.
What was Chris texting us about?
He wants to know who makes that gray hoodie that you were in the other day.
This is why he texted us. He's got the Bachelorette in here and he wants to know who makes my hoodie.
Yeah, he was like, I really like Ryan's gray hoodie he was wearing the other day. Can you ask him who makes it?
I will find out. I'll go look him. Matter of fact, I'll
He's
send
too
it to
tired
him.
of talking about me.
Are there really mice in the mansion?
Mice?
Or you didn't hear about this?
No, I didn't hear about this.
Oh, gross.
There were bats in the mansion when I was there, and killer bees.
That's not good either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they bred mice.
Yeah. Okay.
And did anyone get caught because they were a bad kisser? Yes, she's looking
Oh my
like
gosh.
yes.
Well,
And what
that
did they
would
do?
be a deal breaker, though.
Let this
Oh
be
my
a public
gosh.
service. What did they do wrong?
Okay. I have before the show I'd only kissed 5 guys. Okay.
No.
Five guys.
I feel like you
Okay.
kissed 5 in the first episode.
I know. But
She was
so
making
I've
up
had
for
a
lost
lot of
time.
different kisses. Let me tell you, men, soften your lips, go slow, and then when we get to the point when women are not microwaves. We're ovens, and you gotta heat us up, you know.
Right.
And so don't be like sticking your tongue in your mouth and making all these swirlies that you don't know what to
Yeah,
do
too
with.
fast, too soon,
It's
too
like
much.
a lizard tongue. That's weird.
That's good
Yeah.
to know. That's a public service for
It
all
is.
men.
Lizard tongues. Gotta go.
Yeah, but
That's stiff tongue, right?
Ugh.
Hard tongue.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, so scary. And you're like, but really, Ryan, this is really important. It's the lips.
My pen is out.
It's the lips. It's like you have
Soft
to like
lips. Slow,
soft
soft
lips
lips.
that
Mm.
finish the kiss off, keep it soft, but also like strong.
But also,
and
there's got to be
sexy.
some firmness, but soft. Okay, this
Yeah,
is.
some
And Tanya, I love that
firmness
you're
somewhere.
doing the kiss in the air.
I'm like,
Tanya's actually mimicking
Yeah.
the male kiss right now. What about? Did they put breath mints in right before?
Let me tell you something. I feel like I should be sponsored by Listerine because
Strip.
I would be not the mist.
Oh, spray.
The spray. I spray about 8 to 14 sprays at one
To
time.
that on them.
At one time.
On me, I'm almost
Oh.
addicted to it. I'm like, yeah.
But what about the guys? Do they pop something like a Jolly Rancher in their mouth beforehand?
Not a Jolly Rancher, especially green apples stank.
Oh.
But Listerine's for sure. I'm like, do you have them in your pocket? Like, make sure you
Yeah,
got
you
those.
got to. All right. Well,
Wow.
listen,
Oh,
Hannah, we have one more question from the audience.
Yeah. Well,
And then we got to take a break.
because I know you mentioned it briefly, but so when you meet them all the first night, you can't social stalk them, like you can't Google them or anything. None
No,
of
so
them.
I'm like, oh my God, who am I like having feels for? What if they post mirror pics?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you got to let me tell you something. 33% of those guys are posting mirror pics. Have you seen their smiles?
I know.
And the one that didn't smile, I don't like him.
Oh yeah.
Anybody
Damn.
doesn't smile for their shot, kick them out.
Can you ask producers, like, what does this guy look like on social? Like, does he do
I
it?
tried to ask. I'd be like, please, will you
Just with
just
their
go
crazy
look?
factor.
But they're all private. Like we
Right.
all have to be off social media. I'd be like, just go look at their picture. Like, please just tell me it's not a mirror pic.
Oh,
Like,
that's
Listen,
like,
Hannah,
they're a
hilarious.
little
two
circle.
things to look out for. If they don't smile and they don't blink, they cannot go further. If they don't blink, that's another telltale sign that something's wrong.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I like eye
Guys that
contact,
don't
but
blink, though?
blinking-
I mean, that says crazy.
Crazy
All right, The
eyes.
Bachelorette tonight, 8/7 Central ABC. Good luck. Great to see you, Hannah. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you. See
It
you.
was fun.